Hey, I'm comedian Sean Reynolds, and this is Family Outside the Box, the podcast that answers that age-old question, what am I supposed to do with these kids? We are glad you're here. Let's do this. All right, welcome in, everybody. Another episode of Family Outside the Box. I am Sean Reynolds. I'm with my daughter, Emma.
Hello, everyone.
Here we are, episode number 2, and we're trying to figure out what are we supposed to do with these kids, right? That's what the intro. We're trying to figure out cool things to do with our kids that's just not falling back on TV and video games, right?
I mean, we're trapped inside the house 24 hours a day.
Currently. So if you're listening, once again, if you're listening in 2032, we're currently in a quarantine. Mm-hmm. There's a thing called the coronavirus. And so we're trapped in the house. We're trying to figure out what can we be doing with these kids, and what we're going to hopefully be sharing along the way is awesome, cool things that we've done as a family, and we're excited to get some submissions from our listeners of the cool things that they do.
Yes.
And I think we have a cool thing today. Today's activity.
I'm excited.
It's a good thing.
It's a very good thing.
You guys did it like a week ago.
Yeah.
And so we're going to share that here in a little bit. I want to also thank the people from our first episode. We had so much great feedback.
I know. It was so amazing. I was so excited.
People dug it. People dug the first episode. We got so many great reviews. And listen, on especially Apple Podcasts, getting these reviews is really helpful. Because what we've learned is that the more positive reviews you get and 5-star ratings and the people actually typing out a review, it moves you up in the so like, for instance, when people type in family, we want one of the first 3 or 4 or 5 podcasts to pop up. We want it to be Family Outside the Box.
We want to be the best of the best.
We want to take all the family podcasts down and we want to rule them all.
Okay.
Is that not, are we not on the same page on that?
I feel like you need to tone it down maybe a little bit.
Bring it a notch. We'll bring it down a notch.
Bring it down a notch.
Bring it down a notch.
Several, maybe.
We'll bring it down a little. Okay. But so anyway, so the great reviews are so helpful. We actually had, oh my gosh, I lost it. There was a really good one I wanted to read, and because I'm not good with tech.
Oh, no.
I lost it.
Old man moment.
This is an old man moment.
This is embarrassing.
It's happening. We'll edit all this out. No, we won't, because I don't know how to edit. So this is all going in. Well, here we got. We had one. We'll read it next week. We'll read that one next week. But the other review I do have up here. Listen to this one, Emma.
Okay.
Quickly became one of my favorites. The most authentic podcast I have heard in a while.
Ooh,
that's a good one, isn't it?
That makes me feel fancy.
And guess who was the person that shows like their Apple username?
Yeah.
The Thug Life 8888. I'm not even making that up.
Okay,
I feel like I have street cred now because the Thug Life said that about us.
Yeah, well, listen, people who have street cred don't say they have street cred.
Well, they do now.
They just feel it naturally.
They do now, though. I think they do now. We've created a new normal. Well, awesome. So thanks for that. Before we get to our one cool thing, though, I want to share some exciting news. I bought a thing.
Here he goes.
I bought a thing, didn't I?
You sure did. You bought something.
Let me start by saying this. There's gonna be a little bit of a build up here.
Okay.
What I purchased, it arrived yesterday. It was a big moment. I have wanted to buy this since I was in Spanish class in high school. Okay, so I want you to know that first of all. So we're going back like 20-ish years.
You're telling me this has been a dream of yours.
Dream
for 20 years.
It's been a dream.
Oh no!
And I finally bought it, and I said it was a surprise. I told no one.
You told nobody.
And it took forever. I ordered it at the beginning of us being quarantined.
Yeah.
And it arrived yesterday, and I was so excited. I felt like the dad from A Christmas Story.
With the leg lamp?
When he's like, it's an award, it's a prestigious award. And he's just tearing into it with excitement. And it was like that scene because I was so excited, and I had all of you guys sit around. We actually videoed it.
We did.
So we'll throw it up on Facebook. We'll throw the video of the reaction video. I revealed it to you all, and the reaction really bummed me out.
I know it did. Everyone was not as excited as you were.
But you guys were like you were speechless. You were in shock. I thought I would get a few chuckles. Honestly, I thought I would get a few like, oh, no way, no.
Yeah.
I got nothing. It was silence.
We were just like sitting there like.
Now, the hilarious thing is when I watched back at the video, though, like you and Kylie specifically, I've watched the video like 3 times where I watch everybody's individual. You and Kylie are just literally in total shock. Now, I guess at this point we should probably say what it was.
Yeah.
I bought a bidet.
He did. Your excitement is still at the same level.
I'm on cloud 9 about this thing. I bought 2 of them, didn't I?
You did for both bathrooms.
It's the clear rear is what it's called. It's the clear rear, and let me tell you, it's a bidet that attaches to your current toilet. So I didn't buy like a bidet, but it is the function of a bidet.
It is
spraying water up your keister. And let me tell you, ever since when I was in Spanish class in high school, and I learned about the bidet. You took French, so you didn't learn about the bidet. You didn't learn about anything. But when they talked about the bidet, I was like 14. It like made so much sense to me.
Yeah.
And then when my Spanish teacher really sent it home when she was like, "Yeah, people in Spain think Americans are gross for using dry toilet paper."
I've heard that. Yeah, I've heard that. Like.
Right, and they think we're gross, and and that's much more hygienic. And I'm telling you, at 14, I got it. I was all in.
You're like, check.
And then here we are, and there's a toilet paper shortage. I saw the opportunity. There was a sale. There had to be a sale.
Of course.
And so I got a great deal. And let me tell you, we hooked this thing up. I hooked it up immediately.
Yeah, you
and I'm
did.
a procrastinator. I usually, something like that, I would be like, I'll put it together later.
Yeah.
I put this thing on immediately. Let me tell you what, I'm not good with the tools.
This boy can't fix anything.
Okay, well, I wouldn't say I can't fix anything. I can put together things and fix things.
Hold on. Mom had to put together the entertainment center that you bought.
Well, now, she didn't have to. She did that out of the kindness of her heart, as I recall. I was at work, and I came home, and she'd put it together. That's how I recall it.
Me and you are remembering things differently.
But if I would have put it together, honestly, it would have been like a China hutch with a doggy door. That's what it would have been. And Mom was like, I got it. So, and listen, this thing, it took me 15, 20 minutes to hook it up. You just take your toilet seat off. By the way, Clear Rear is not a sponsor of the show.
No, not at all.
They should be.
I know you want them to be.
I'm going to be singing their praises for days and months and years to come. And you just take off your toilet seat, and it hooks onto your toilet seat, and you put your toilet seat back on top of it. You unplug the water line. They give you it was called a T pipe. Well, see here, I'm gonna get in trouble. I'm trying to do the lingo.
You're trying to flex right now, and I think you're getting like caught up. In your own lie right
it was a T something, and you hooked that up, and it was all set. And I did it all by myself. Normally, what do I have to do when something has to be fixed?
Call a handyman.
I gotta call the handyman.
You always have to.
As a married man and a father of 6. It is demoralizing to call the handyman. When the handyman shows up, he always has better tools than me. Yeah. He comes to the door. I feel like all you kids go running to the doors.
Yeah, I get excited.
Sliding. Oh, a real man's here. And, then I got to be like, hey, come on in. I'll show it to you. And they always have the same manner. They're just always disgusted by what they see. Like, oh, I can't believe, like, look how terrible this is. And I lie to them. I try to, like, when they're like, this is terrible. Like, what even happened here? And a lot of times they're reacting to something I already tried to fix, and I've made it worse. And that's when Mom says it's time to call the handyman. Well, then I lie to the handyman. I'm like, oh, it was like that when we moved in. That's what I say.
The handyman's like, well, you bought this house from an idiot.
Right. That is exactly what he says. And then I'm like, well, he was probably trying his best, and he thought like a lot of duct tape would fix it. And obviously it didn't. But anyways, so we didn't need the handyman. I think it's an extra bonus of this Clear Rear bidet that I'm so excited about. Is that I fixed it myself. I hooked it up.
It's like your little baby. You're proud of it.
I had Keegan, my son Keegan, who's 11, very handy.
Very handy.
Keegan's better with tools than I am.
He is. So
him and I knocked it out. 20 minutes is how long it took us. And let me tell you something. Now, everybody was in shock when I presented the Clear. I thought everybody's going to be I thought I'd have a few excited people. I thought a few people would be totally, like in shock, but you all were silent.
Yeah.
But now we've had it for a little over 24 hours, and some of the positive reviews from the family members are starting to roll in. What do you think?
I have to admit, I feel more hygienic. I feel cleaner.
Right?
It's nice.
Right?
And you did make a point, like you wouldn't wash a muddy car with dry paper towels. You'd get a little water on that thing.
Right. That was yesterday when I was having to like do a sales pitch to you guys. Like you guys were the Shark Tank investors.
Well, you didn't even warn us. Like you just like dropped that on us, like, and we were supposed to react normally to it.
I just thought you guys would have some kind of reaction. But yeah, that's what I said. I said, listen, if you got mud on the side of your car, you don't take a dry paper towel and wipe it off. You hose it down.
You do.
Emma, if you're making breakfast and you're getting Lucy breakfast, and what does Lucy love on her toast?
Jelly.
Well, what else does she love?
Nutella.
If you're putting the Nutella on the toast for Lucy and you get Nutella all over your hands, are you going to grab a paper towel and wipe the Nutella off your hand?
Listen. I'm on your side. I like the bidet.
I'm just making the point.
bidet.
Making the point is that you hose it down.
You do hose it
down. And without being, graphic, let me tell you, this thing, it's hygienic. I love it. I'm such a fan. And everybody got really people, our family members got bent out of shape at me about it.
Well, it was just because you were just like, I have a really big surprise. And like,
I did not say that.
You called it a surprise all day.
I called it a surprise, but I specifically said it's not a big surprise. It's a little something, something. I said it's going to help make our rest of our quarantine go smoother. I thought that was kind of funny. And
I'm putting 2 and 2 together now, and I'm realizing why you said some of the things you said.
And you guys all just stared at me. I videoed it like, oh, this is going to be a great reaction video. And no, it's just like you guys for 20 seconds just shaking your heads at me. So disappointed.
Well, I thought it was going to be a cat, so...
Yeah, it's not going to be a cat. I can promise you that. Anyways, we have the bidet. The reviews are in. The reviews are good. Clear Ear. That's where it's at.
Clear Ear.
Not a sponsor of the show.
Yeah.
Yet.
If you have some time, look up their logo, too. Hilarious.
It is a hilarious logo. It is a hilarious logo. All right, you ready to get into one big thing?
I'm excited.
The one golden nugget?
One golden nugget.
Let's do it. Here it is. The family outside the box. One golden nugget. All right, so here is what we got going on for today. So this is something we have done in many different forms several times over the years, right? It's something that you can easily find on the internets.
Yes.
There's all kinds of versions of it on Pinterest, right?
Yeah.
All kinds. And what we're going to do is we're going to put our version of it up on our Facebook page at Sean Reynolds Comedy so you can see what we did.
Follow.
But our one activity today is a road scavenger hunt. Now, scavenger hunts can be done in all different ways. We can go inside places, or I've done a neighborhood scavenger hunt before.
Yeah.
But this one is specifically a road scavenger hunt, which also makes it a super cool thing to do during this lockdown time.
Yes.
Because you guys did it, a week ago?
Yeah.
And you guys pretty much stayed in the car.
Yeah. And when we weren't in the car, we were in like proper...
Right, social distancing.
Social distancing.
Right, that's what you're looking for. And so, so we have one that we made specifically for being in the car most of the time. And like you said, for the few things you have to get out. And tell me how. So you did it with Mom.
Yes.
Was the driver, and we set it up. Now there's a few different ways you can do this. Some of these are just simple. If you look at like Pinterest and stuff, where it's just a scavenger hunt, and there's a little box, and you just try to check the boxes, and then you're done.
Very simple.
That's one way of doing it. What I did was I made it a little bit of a competition, a little bit of a game.
That you did?
Where it was almost like me versus you guys. So I gave them 3 different categories, 1 point, 2 point, and 3 point categories. And then below at the bottom, I have, there was 36 possible points. And so I gave a range. So if you scored this many points, I'll give you guys this. And if you get this many points, so I made it like a game, and I gave you guys 2 hours, and I think it took you guys an hour and a half, right?
Yes.
And so that's another way of doing it. Now here's some of the items that we have. So we have, what is it? So each category we had 6 boxes. So some of the 1 point items, don't read the last one, but read what the 1 point items are.
So we have police car, bicyclist, somebody wearing a mask, a do not enter sign, and a bus.
Right. So these are things that you find. You can check them off. Now, because I did it like a competition, I made them take pictures of these things, which also made it really fun because when you guys came home, you guys were like talking about how much fun it was, and you guys were showing me the pictures, and here's our bus. And so that was really cool. I enjoyed that.
I loved it too.
Now, here is the thing that you won't find on the internets and the World Wide Web.
This is where we get fancy.
Is I added at the bottom of each category that they had to make a video. Now that's where it was fun, right?
Yeah, that was my favorite part.
So tell them what the last item was in the 1 point category.
Video doing the robot dance in front of a restaurant.
Yes, and it was so good.
It was so fun.
You didn't do it.
I didn't do it, to be fair, because I was doing something that was also related to the scavenger hunt that's in later categories.
Okay, we'll get to that. So yeah, so video of the robot dance, and it was really fun. So it was my daughter Kylie, who's 15, and my boys Keegan and Dylan, who are 11. They just made like a little 15-second video.
Yeah.
What restaurant were you guys in front of?
I think it was like Asuka something. It's by Movie Tavern, by...
I don't remember. So anyways, so they're in front of a restaurant, and they're doing the robot dance, and it's hilarious. And it's fun for me, because I didn't go. I sent you guys off. I was working, and you guys were having fun. And so, yeah, that's poor dad. And so that was a great video. I enjoyed it. Now, now let's go. Now these are that's 1 point each. So it's a possibility of 6 points. Now, what are the 2-point items?
We have yellow car, FedEx or UPS truck, the letter Q, a porta potty, and a tow truck.
Right, and the letter Q could just be anywhere, like on a sign or whatever. So once again, they took all the pictures. And did you guys get all these? I feel like you maybe didn't get the tow truck. Did you get a tow truck?
We did get the tow truck. I remember, because we didn't get a porta potty.
Didn't get a porta potty.
That's what we didn't get.
Should have went to a construction site.
That's what I said, and then they were like, "We don't have time."
Well, that's why they should be listening to you. Maybe that's why you're co-hosting the podcast, and they're not. And then tell them what the video was in the 2-point item category.
Yes. So the video is reenacting the moon landing in front of an American flag, but you must include the famous Neil Armstrong quote.
Right. So that's fun and a little educational.
You gotta
look it up. One giant step. I should know.
One step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
There it is. See, you know it. I don't, because I put it into the scavenger hunt. See, right there, making you all smarter. Very cool. And then now the 3-point categories. So they're harder. If you notice, they're getting harder. Right. So what are the 3-point items?
We have funny bumper sticker.
Fun.
2 people on a motorcycle. License plate with the letter Z on it. RV. And a bird sitting on a wire.
Ooh, and you guys got the bird sitting on a wire, but Kylie told me that was the hardest one that you guys got. It took the longest to find.
Yeah, it did. Well, because also we're all taking pictures while Mom's driving, so we're like rushing to take the pictures, which kind of made it more fun. Also, it was like,
are you like yelling at Mom? Stop! Make a right!
A little bit, like, and
Mom's like, oh!
We're all panicking, but like in a fun way.
Right, it's like plane, trains, and automobile, and she's just all over the road. Well, that's cool, and also that was what was really fun, because. Everybody had the sheet in the car.
Yes.
You guys had a couple phones going. And this is something that all ages can take part in.
Yeah,
right?
I loved it.
You're 18 and loved it. Kylie's 15 and loved it. The boys at 11 and loved it. And
Lucy loved it.
And Lucy's 3. And what you guys did, I'm assuming, was you probably told her, you probably gave her one thing. Hey, Lucy, look for a police car, right? Or look for birdies or whatever it might be. So what a cool thing to do for all ages.
So fun.
Let me tell you something. I whipped this together pretty quick. And I wanted to do something fun. You guys were going crazy. You wanted to get out of the house. This was the perfect thing to do. Out of the house. It was a beautiful day. Yes. You guys rolled down the windows, right? You turned on the music. Everybody had their sheets. What a cool, fun thing to do. Yeah. And you guys freaking love this more than I thought you would. And it made me think back. We've done these before. Yeah. But more basic. I don't think we've done like a competition as much. Not for the scavenger hunts. But you guys enjoyed it way more. And this is an example, and I think it's going to come up over and over again on the podcast. Once again, sometimes the simplest things kids go crazy over.
Just a little bit of bribery.
Right. Well, we did have some treats at the end.
We did.
But what I'm saying is that it was a simple thing, and you guys had a ball.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, we had so much fun.
Right, and it was simple. Like honestly, like what I've created here, people, you can steal it. I'm going to put it on our Facebook page at Sean Reynolds Comedy. You can also email us at SeanReynoldsComedy@gmail.com, and I'll email it to you if you have trouble pulling it off Facebook. And it was so simple, but also like these are all over the internet, and you can print it up, get in the car. This is a spontaneous thing you can do too.
It is. It's a little spontaneous,
right?
You know?
You can be like, you know what? We're printing it up. Everybody get in the car. Let's go do this. If it's a beautiful day, and it's a great way to get out of the house, get some fresh air, especially right now during the quarantine. Now, let's give them what was the video. This is the most fun part. What was the video for the 3-point category?
Yes, this is my favorite part.
This was the favorite. Yes, everybody's favorite part.
You had to do a video in public recreating a 30 to 60 second scene from a movie.
Right. So now let me tell you what I was imagining. I was imagining like maybe Keegan being like the horse and Dylan getting on his back and being like freedom, like Braveheart or something like that, or something simple.
Not for us.
Not for you guys.
Not for us, no.
You guys took this thing to a whole nother level. Tell them what you guys... Here's the thing, though. So it took you guys an hour and a half to do the scavenger hunt, right? Minus this video.
Yeah.
I gave them 2 hours. They came home. They said, Dad, we have a great idea for our video, for our movie, but we can't do it the way we want to do it in 30 minutes. We want it to be great. Can we have like an extra hour? I granted it on the terms that it better be darn good.
And I think it was pretty darn good.
It was phenomenal. Tell them what you did.
So the night before, I think, we watched Jojo Rabbit, which is an amazing movie.
It's in my top 10 of all time already.
Yes. And there's this hilarious scene where they're kind of just like dancing through the woods a little bit. And
right. They're running through the woods.
Yeah. It's a fun little scene.
You don't want to give anything away.
Yeah. And so I was like, guys, we're going to do it exactly how it's done in the movie. So we got everyone's lines down. We gave everyone characters. And we did the whole thing, and then I was like, let's edit it. So I like downloaded iMovie, edited it, and then downloaded the music from the movie.
You used the actual music.
The actual music. And
it was nearly shot for shot. It was amazing. I couldn't believe how great it was.
I was like, if we're going to do it, we're going to do it right.
And you guys, when you guys came home from that, and you guys were so excited. You guys were excited to show me all the pictures. You guys were excited to show me the video of the robot dance and doing the moon landing, which was hilarious. And, just talking about like, oh, we couldn't find this, or we had a hard time with the birds on the wire. It was just really exciting.
It was so fun.
You guys just mic dropped me. And we're like, and now here's our video of our movie scene.
Yeah.
And it was so fun and cool. Now, here's what we did. So I created a scoring system at the bottom. Now, this is just for us. This might not work for everybody. But so remember, there's 36 possible points. Now, here was the scoring system I put in place. And we just made it fun. I put, if you scored less than 20 points, you have to clean all the baseboards and windows in the house. It's a punishment.
It's a punishment.
If you don't give me 20 points out of 30, you know what? You're not even trying. You're going to clean.
You know
that
what?
was
it lit a fire under our butts because that was the last thing I wanted to do.
21, oh, shocker, you don't want to clean. 21, oh, zing pow. 21 through 26 points, you get to still live in our home.
That's fair.
Right? So basically, that's my way of saying nothing's going to happen. Okay? You're not going to have to clean baseboards and windows, but you know what?
You get to stay.
I'm not impressed. But now we get to the good stuff, right?
Yes.
What do we got here? What are the last two?
So 26 through 30 points.
Which I just realized the second one is 21 to 26, and the third one is 26 to 30. If you guys would have gotten 26 points, there would have been some controversy.
Ooh.
I messed this up. I'm gonna have to edit that.
Yeah.
I think I'll make it 21 to 25. So anyways, okay, go ahead. 26 to 30.
All right. Everyone gets a candy bar of their choice.
That's fun.
That's fun. I like that. I was excited about that.
I do that with you guys a lot, don't I? Like
you
do,
like
for the little things, like a little surprise. The winner will get a candy bar. Okay, great. And then what was the last one?
31 through 36. Everyone gets a candy bar of their choice, and will order carryout from a restaurant.
Right.
Which is exciting.
You guys crushed it. You got 33 points.
We did.
You guys got candy bars. We got carryout from a restaurant. I think we went Chinese, didn't we?
We did.
We did go Chinese. And so mostly because we felt sorry for our local Chinese restaurant. We love them. They're such a great family, and the lady's so friendly. And we know right now with the coronavirus, I'm guessing a lot of people aren't patronizing Chinese restaurants, if I had to guess.
Yeah.
And they're not, because when I went in and talked to her, she was very sad. And so it felt good also to give them a little bit of business. Yeah. And they're a great family. And so you guys did it. You guys got 33 points.
So exciting.
You had a great time. What I didn't anticipate was how much fun I didn't anticipate how much fun I was going to have looking at the pictures, hearing the stories, and watching the videos.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to encourage you to do is what we're going to put up on social media for this is a link to the Google Docs, and I'm doing that so that way it's easily you can easily edit it. So that way you guys can put in your own things. To be honest, I actually did change a few things because we had horse on there, but we live in Lexington, Kentucky. We live in the horse capital of the world, so we see a lot of horses. So I took that out. I think we also had airplane on there. We live somewhat near. We live close to the airport.
Right by the airport. Yeah.
So we see airplanes. So I tried to make it a little more general. But you might look on here, and for where you live, it might not all work. So you can edit it, and then obviously the videos too. Like your family, your kids. Maybe you'll think of something that might be a better fit for them. Maybe you don't want to do the videos at all, so maybe you just want to delete that off there. So that's an option as well. But yeah, go in, customize it, or steal ours. But here's the deal. Here's the challenge. If y'all do this and you get some great videos, We want to see them.
I want to see them.
We want to see them. So send them our way. You can email them. You can post them into the comments for this episode, which will also have the link to the Google Docs. We want to see your videos. We want to see what cool things you're doing. We want to hear your reviews of what you think of the podcast. So put those out there.
We love feedback.
We love feedback. And so that's it. That's good, right?
Yes.
It's fun.
That was a fun little golden nugget.
It's a fun, simple thing. And this is what we have more of coming in days, weeks, months, and years to come. I'm already excited for episode 3. Episode 3, little teaser. Remember how we did this last time?
Yes, we did.
Little tease. Is episode 3, we're bringing in the big guns.
Uh-oh.
We're bringing in our first co-host, guest,
Yes.
I guess you'd say is a guest.
I guess, yeah.
But she's not really a guest. We're bringing in Mom.
We're bringing in Mom. We're bringing in the big guns.
Bringing in the big guns. As we said in episode 1, a lot of these are her ideas. She does not like podcasts.
Does not.
Yet at the same time, she's torn. She's furious. She's not on the podcast. It's very much like the movie The Founder, and she is the McDonald's brothers, and me and Emma are Ray Kroc. She's doing all these ideas in house, and we're trying to spread them across the country, and we're going to get all the credit. Yeah. That's a great analogy, isn't it?
That's a great analogy.
We're gonna have to bring that up next week.
We're taking our milkshakes and making them into powder.
If you haven't seen the movie The Founder, it's great. Not a family movie.
Not a fan.
I think it's rated R.
It's 14 and older.
Yeah, if you're a parent, watch it first and see. My teens loved it. I let them watch it.
I loved it.
It was a great movie. I think you learned something from it too.
You do.
Well. And so, anyways, so next week we're bringing in the big guns, and the task, the golden nugget that we're going to be sharing is something that we had so much fun doing, except for one person in the family who walked out in the middle of this activity, and she just so happens to be sitting across from me.
Okay, well, straight call out right now on air.
But we're gonna give Emma a chance for redemption.
Yes,
because we're gonna do it again this week. We found some mistakes we made the first time we did this fun thing.
Yes.
So much. Well, of course you agree with that because you walked out. And we're gonna make some tweaks, and then we're gonna share those tweaks with you all. And let me tell you, we had, as a family minus Emma, a blast.
Keep bringing it up.
Doing this activity. We can't wait to share it. I am Sean Reynolds.
I am Emma Reynolds.
This has been Family Outside the Box. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Thanks for listening, and remember to follow us on social media at Sean Reynolds Comedy, SHAWN, Sean Reynolds Comedy on Facebook, Instagram,